Many people choose to forget deliberately that they are where they are today because they went through the hands of a teacher someday. I want to confess that for me to have reached where I have reached today, I had two things only going for me. No reference, no known parents, no history of dignified narration, but God and good education. I want to take this opportunity as I talk to the teachers of Kenya to pay special tribute to the men and women, the teachers who taught me between 1971 and 1977 in Kabiroine Primary School. I want to say thank you. I want to use this occasion to pay special tribute to my high school principal, the no-nonsense Julius Kano Dombe, and the teachers who took me through Form 1 to Form 6 between 1978 and 1983 in Kenyaga High School in Kirinyaga County. I want to ask all Kenyans in the public sector, in the private sector, and all businesses and people, men and women who have succeeded in one way or another to create time, look for their teachers and go and honor them. This is a crucial meeting happening where the countries are discussing results of the Kenya Certificate of Primary Education, the last under the 844 system. It is also a time that education stakeholders are having a conversation on the competency-based curriculum, a system that seeks to instill skills to learners on doing as opposed to just working. Participation in this meeting underscores our commitment to delivering a development-focused education system that seeks to solve contemporary challenges of our time. To support the implementation of the CBC and other reforms for the education we want, the Ruto administration allocated 27.4% of the first budget to this sector. While the financial aspect provides the structural support, we acknowledge that a vibrant system on the welfare of teachers is the soul of delivering the education we want. Distinguished delegates, it is for this very reason that the Kenya National Union of Teachers was established in 1957 to unite, promote, and protect the welfare and professional interests of its members. 66 years later, we meet here today to not only reflect on the milestones, but also chart the way forward for a stronger, united, and teacher-centered union that supports the government in quality education. One of the key concerns of teachers and NAT has been the burdensome teacher-to-student ratio, which in some places is double the recommended parameters. For varied reasons, there have been concerns over the 1 teacher to 70 students ratio instead of the recommended 1 teacher to 25 students in pre-primary school, 1 teacher to 40 pupils in primary school, and 1 teacher to 35 students in secondary schools. Besides addressing unemployment and promoting quality education, we have employed over 56,000 teachers in the first year in office. This is historic. We are committed to bridging the over 111,000 teachers deficit in the next few years because we want to spur skill-centered sustainable development. This is because we appreciate the fact that achieving the recommended ratio reduces the burden on teachers, directly improving quality. Esteemed teachers and delegates, while we are working on bridging the teacher-to-student ratio, a number of factors cause an imbalance, negatively derailing our desire. Some parts of our country have faced security challenges, which have led to fleeing of teachers, disrupting learning. Some of these areas include the North Rift and the Kenya-Somalia border. We are undertaking a disarmament exercise to rid these areas of criminals. We also understand the value of education in sustainably addressing banditry and other forms of security threats as we progressively move communities from past retrogressive practices. I take this moment to confirm to you that security of the North Rift and other areas prone to terrorism are on our radar and will not relent until peace is restored and the guns are silenced. A threat to our teacher is a threat to our nation's future. Bandits have no room, and I repeat, have no room to terrorize our pupils. Terrorists have no room to torment our teachers. The Ruto administration will silence the guns in all the disturbed areas, and this will happen. Distinguished guests, on the other hand, we appreciate that teachers have the choice or preferred areas of working. We request the Teacher Service Commission and other stakeholders to work on a balanced policy that will not disadvantage any region. We are banking on academic excellence to prepare our nation. Further, the government understands the importance of advancing education in career progression. I want to acknowledge and salute teachers who sacrifice and go back to further studies. This is an important step that needs to be encouraged if our teachers are to align their skills with the demands of the education sector reforms we are undertaking. That is why no one should be punished for sharpening their skills. Rather, they should be rewarded. We ask the Ministry of Education, the Teacher Service Commission, and other key actors to open up discussions on the current teacher promotion policy and related frameworks to reward hard work. In the same vein, I would like to throw a challenge to teachers to strive and register performances as a priority and measure of commitment to the profession. Esteemed teachers, while NAT has the right to push for higher pay for its members, the taxpayer too has the right to demand better resources for transformative education. With the education sector taking the biggest share of our budget, we must see returns. Distinguished guests, another factor threatening access to quality education is climate change. During the recent prolonged drought, learning in schools was adversely affected in arid and semi-arid areas. Children were malnourished. Enhanced rains such as the Khaled and Nino also disrupt learning. The adverse impact of climate change is a reality, but we all can do something about it. We encourage teachers to champion planting of and tethering of trees, especially food trees. This will enhance food security, tackle malnutrition alongside the adverse climate. With over 13 million pupils in primary and students in secondary schools, 1 tree per year per student will help us achieve the 15 billion trees target by the year 2032. I trust that you had very fruitful discussions, and I'm really honored to have been invited on behalf of the President to come and give a speech before the closure of this conference. Asanteni sana. I really want to thank you for your patriotism and what you are doing for this country. I want to assure the teachers in those difficult areas of northern Kenya, in the North Rift, Professor Kindiki, the National Police Service, and all our security agencies are doing whatever needs to be done so that our teachers and the rest of Kenyans are secure. And I did tell the Teacher Service Commission when there was a problem with some teachers in northern Kenya, and some people are pushing that they should be dismissed from the service for not being able to go there. I told them not to try to sack them because you cannot. You cannot punish people who are running away to save their lives. But what we have done, we have taken enough measures to ensure that we secure them so that they are given enough security, and a lot of work is going on in those regions to make sure that teachers, pupils, and everybody is secure, and for the rest of the country.